I went to work at Atlanta Life, and at Atlanta Life is where I experienced the civil rights uh, movement. We were asked at Atlanta Life to support the students, and so there were some of us that said, "Yeah, we could be nonviolent," because they made sure that we were not, that we could withstand what we were going to experience. So with that, I consented to be a part of the movement, and we were asked to picket the businesses downtown, preferably Riches, and that is where I was picketing. And that was quite an experience. We were told that we could only walk so many feet from each other and so many feet from the curb, otherwise we would be arrested. And it did happen. It happened to one of my co-workers. She was in front of me, and she was a little off, and not only that, they were concerned because she was so fair. She looked like she was white, and they thought she was white. And this car drove up beside us and grabbed her and said, "What are you doing in line here?" And of course, they put her in a car. I didn't say anything because we were told not to break the picket line. Wait until we got to the federal property, which was the U.S. Post Office. And once we arrived at the post office, they could not arrest us because we were on federal property. And I was picked up there, and we went back and reported what had happened during that time. And the rest is whenever they needed us, and whatever capacity they needed us to work in, we were available. I was available along with some of the other employees of Atlanta Life. And of course, during that period of time, they decided, well, in addition to desegregated lunch counters and buses or what have you, we need to do something about these jobs. So we were asked to apply for positions with the U.S. Civil Service at that time, Lockheed, and General Motors. So I went and took the civil service examination, and I was blessed. I did pass, and I was hired by GSA. And others applied for positions with Lockheed, and they were hired, as well as General Motors. So all this was part of the student movement to desegregate businesses as well as restaurants, stores, or what have you. But so all of that was part of my experience. Our supervisor was out for a couple of days, and the boss asked that I just sort of supervise. And one of the young ladies said that her husband, forbid her to take orders from me. So the boss said, "Okay, then you can just stay home with your husband." So, and after that, I really didn't have any problems, but I had a problem initially because it just, while you're ready, everybody else isn't. I just felt like I knew what the mission was all about. And I guess I was more determined. You got to stick with this. Don't let this get to you. Because eventually, if you stop, then what is going to happen? So I don't know. I just felt like really fighting in and just say, well, I can do it. This is not going to last forever, but I need to do something to make a difference.